Hey, good morning. This is Doug, your realtor here in Utah. Today, we're just going to start talking about construction and new construction. In the new construction, there's a big difference between luxury and just standard. So, standard is, let's just start with that, 2x4 walls, like you see behind me here. The plywood on that. Typically here in Utah, you have asphalt shingles, you have stucco on the outside. Inside you're going to do carpet, you're going to do tile. Typically, you're going to have an unfinished basement, and then what they also do is usually with new construction, they'll do the landscaping in the front yard. So the front yard's done. So that being said, so what's the difference between that and say $1 million luxury home? Well, the difference becomes almost invisible to somebody except for your senses when you go through. So with that, in a luxury home, typically you're gonna have like a 2x6 wall. So it's gonna be thicker, and they'll insulate. A lot of times they even insulate the inside walls. They do things, like a high-end shingle. They've done things with, I've seen places where you've got Tesla shingles. Real high-end, it's designed for, to capture the sun and stuff that way. But they have Tesla shingles. Not on all of them, but some of them. They do a lot of, imported things, imported stone for the outside, design work for the outside. On the inside, they'll do more of a marble. They'll do those types of things for the flooring, carpeted. They'll do like in a home, usually in a luxury type of a home. The thing is you don't want people to come in and start seeing things undone. If they're paying millions of dollars for a house, they want this thing top notch. So you'll find that the basements are finished, everything's finished. And again, and that includes like the landscaping and stuff that way. So there's some differences all the way through. Where does the invisible come in? Well, the invisible comes in kind of from a psychology standpoint and just your senses. So if you walk into a luxury home and it's really quiet because they've got insulated inside walls, what that means is that you could have somebody, watching TV in a bedroom and you're not going to hear them in the room next to you. Things like that, your senses, again, you hear that, but maybe you don't notice that and it doesn't translate for you. You'll have you walk into the master bathroom or a bathroom, and maybe they have the flooring is heated. So you walk in and again, you feel it with your feet when you walk in, but it's not necessarily something you can see. They do extra insulated windows or reflective windows to help keep out the sun and those types of things. So, again, you see a window, you don't see all the high end. A lot of times in the higher end homes, luxury homes, they do just a fantastic job of using more of your traffic patterns or the flow to the house versus just, let's get the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, unfinished basement, let's go. They do a lot more on the architecture side to really, so when you step into the home, it feels right. The flow is right. You don't feel pinched going down a hallway. It feels open. You feel the extra height in the ceiling. They do things like a butler pantry. They do you know, so that you can have the dishes and things like that, the preparations in that butler pantry, and not have it out visible for everybody to see. And they'll do things too, like on the roof line, they'll add in, especially here in Utah, they'll add in like heating elements or heated driveways, different things like that to help with the winter and the snowfall and the ice that comes here in Utah. So when it comes to luxury, a lot of times they're invisible. But when you start looking at things and walking through, so, you know, a 2x4 is different price-wise than a 2x6. And so you start adding all the 2x6s that they're gonna do in a luxury home versus the 2x4s. You start adding in the marble versus a tile floor. You add in a high-end roof line and the heated roof edge to just a shingle roof. You start adding in a heated driveway instead of just a concrete driveway. There's a lot of different things that way that happen in a luxury home. And, you know, to me, one of the things that you can do, and I think this is why like the Parade of Homes is so popular, is because people get to actually see it and feel it. And a lot of times I think we walk through a house and we don't know why. You know, it feels nice, but we're like, yeah, this just feels like it's $1 million. Well, it's those invisibles that the contractors, the architects have gone to great lengths to create, so that when you do walk through, it is there. And it really is something that you feel, and a lot of times you don't see it, but it's there. So again, as you start looking at things, looking at luxury homes and maybe why they're priced a little bit more, maybe dig a little deeper into the architecture, the builder himself, because they do, when you really look at it, there is financially and cost-wise a difference, but it's all there for you and for a reason. So anyway, just some information, the difference between a standard home and a luxury home when it comes to new construction. Again, check out all the other videos here on this YouTube channel, and hope to see you in the future.